YouTube, Destiny of the Lost, episode 20, session 22, episode 1. We are drawing on the canvas. Joined by Penn.
Ooh.
Joined by Neron.
Hello.
Joined by Lumiya.
Hello.
Joined by H.U.M.A.N.
Exactly.
Joined by Trakyy. Nope. Joined
Hello.
by Zim. Joined by Zim.
I am Burb.
Yeah.
Last time, we secured one of the future fated Jedi who is bound to cure the galaxy of the Force wound that was created when Palpatine seized power and when essentially at Geonosis the 200 Jedi died and then all the younglings got killed. So now there's not enough Jedi to go around. Or something. You know, if only Penn and Trakyy would ask Master Salazar what exactly the Force wound is. It's almost as if they're right here now that they can do that.
They wouldn't do that.
They wouldn't do that. And they have returned this future Jedi Master to Ilum, where they were greeted by the corpulent and not very respectable form of Master Salazar, the Hutt, who they're having second, third, fourth, and fifth thoughts about leaving the kids with. Because he appears to be untrustworthy. When the party landed last session, they had a huge fight at the door. And the Master Salazar, you know, among other things, you know, the fight was very multifaceted and complex. Among other things, Master Salazar demanded that they give him the boy's lightsaber. Penn and Trakyy, do you remember? The other players don't know this, but do you remember what you encountered in that dark side cave on Tython?
Yes.
And do you know how that can be used in this context?
I'm thinking about it. I'm having a bit of a hard time remembering right now.
I will message it to you.
Okay.
It can certainly be used, yes. Do you
Okay.
want to use it?
Okay. So now it's the next day. And you know, this being an academy, it is essentially a school. At 10 o'clock it's basically lights out. And very soon after the fight ended, grumbling Master Salazar came on the PDA and said, Academy curfew is in effect. Everyone return to your dormitories. Lights out in 15 minutes. And then he pretty much turned the lights off 2 minutes later. And his bulky form, with his little mechanical spider legs, was heard walking, and he retreated. He's turned the medical room that he lived in, which is immediately underneath the generator room. He's made a small, like, pylon thing with little holes in it where his little spider claws latch into, and he lowers himself down into the medical room, and he sealed that room off. And the only way you can come in is through basically the hole in the ceiling. In fact, the entire lower level of the academy is sealed off. And even though the filters are working in the base, there's this inexorable smell of low-grade sulfur. And Penn and Trakyy, who are already weakened by malady, you know, you guys have a persistent cough. But yeah, it's 6 a.m. the next day. The lights come alive. Penn, what kind of chamber did you find for yourself to rest in this place? Or did you sleep on the ship? Penn?
Calm down, Penn. Not all at
Uh,
once.
Who's
Hello?
down?
Can you hear
Lumiya.
me now?
There he is.
Ah,
He's
yeah.
back.
He's back.
Can you repeat the question because my sound?
Yeah.
took
What
me
kind
over
of
for-
what kind of chamber did you find to rest in this academy, or did you sleep on the ship?
Mm, I think I tried to find like an old classroom that reminds me of my own time at not this academy obviously, but the other one.
Cool. Neron, what kind of chamber did you find in this complex where you're resting
I was sleeping on the ship.
on the ship? Lumiya, what
Yeah.
kind of chamber did you find?
Yeah, on the ship as well.
Cool. Human, where did you, for the briefest times where you need about 3 hours to recharge basically, where did
Sure,
you
as
stand?
close to a generator room as I could find, and then just that's it.
Alright. The Trakyy, where did you sleep?
Trakyy has a really bad feeling. He's sleeping not in the ship. He's sleeping actually as close as he can to this medical chamber,
Alright.
which I believe he would know is the pathway down. So
Yep. You and Human are actually pretty close. Zim, where did you spend your evening?
Next to the hyperdrive.
Cool, on the ship. Lovely. Right. Human and Trakyy. Human, the closest to the generator room you can get is pretty much the generator room and the medical room are merged.
Perfect.
But you are not allowed inside, as Master Salazar went in and locked the door. And right across from you, there are two pipes. One is like a coil of cables, and the other is pressurized water pipes for the facility. And that is where Trakyy pitched his hammock, and he slept. Did anyone... was that the only thing you guys did? Everyone just slept? Or did you, via torchlight, or even, went into the central control room and turned the lights back on? Did anyone do anything and go out and explore? Or did you just chill? all
Well,
night?
I would have, after having the briefest of recharges, I would have gone roaming around. Not necessarily turn on all the lights because that doesn't seem necessary, but roaming around, sure.
There's a central. You instantly find the switch for the central light. There's a central switch which turns off all the lights, so none of the light switches work. If you trip that, everything will go back on, and individual lights will need to be turned off. Do you want to do that in the middle of the night?
No, I don't want to bug everyone with my nighttime stroll.
All right. The main part of the complex, where the hangar is, where you guys were, you've already been here. You've seen this. It leads to a small terrace which overlooks an underglacier sea. Looking at it, it is for our European people, for our Eastern European people, the size of Lake Baikal. And for our other people, the size of, I don't know, Lake Michigan. And as you step outside and you hover your little handheld light stick out, in the very far distance, underneath it, there are these floating lights that illuminate the sides of it. The center of it, the center of the lake, is pretty much still invisible, but the sides of it, and you're not sure if your photo sensors are malfunctioning or what, But a few kilometers out, so these underwater lights, they illuminate the very like the beaches of this place, and they cast just enough light for you to see maybe a few thousand little wriggling forms, the size of a, I don't know, the size of a mastiff, of a small mastiff. There are things out there, thousands of them. Are you gonna wander these beaches, human?
No, I'm gonna stay near the base at least.
Okay. You explore empty classroom upon empty classroom, and you don't encounter anything particularly remarkable. This place is still a work in progress. While Human is wandering around, Trakyy, you sleep pretty much right outside the medical room. You are perhaps 20, 30, 50 meters away from Master Salazar. Throughout the night, ripping, hacking coughs kind of wake you up pretty much every half an hour or so. Seems to be having respiratory problems, the old master.
He needs some mint.
Early next morning, he saunters out of his room and he goes to the central console and he flicks the lights on and he speaks on the PDA and he says, 6 o'clock sharp, students, that means you on run. Report to the main deck at 7:30 for class. And he's kind of gonna fasten himself there. It's like a central. I don't have a map for it. I tried to generate one, but ChatGPT didn't understand what I wanted. There's this central, like on the main deck, there's this central, circular area. On one side of it is the archive, and on the other side of it is like a corridor of classrooms. Lengthwise, or I want to say vertical upwards, on both sides, there are 2 dormitory wings, a girl dormitory and a boy dormitory wing. Get Hogwarts, like Star Wars Hogwarts vibes.
The stairways move around.
No, but doors open up and close.
Oh wow!
Almost the same thing. Quite magical.
Like boring Hogwarts.
Hogwarts.
Can something be boring than Hogwarts? What do you mean?
Hogwarts is not boring, you old people. Hogwarts is fun, and I'm still cross. I never got my letter.
When no defense working and kids dying. Yep, that's the most fun that you can have in Hogwarts.
I mean, it's not boring. Wouldn't call it safe, but
and through the air, other than the very persistent sulfuric smell which will never wash out of your clothes.
Great.
Perhaps
God damn it.
Soft fried sausages and eggs? If such a thing is even possible. Salazar certainly didn't cook that stuff. He appears to be napping behind his little circular, PDA system that controls the entire base. Not only is he napping, he's snoring. But it doesn't seem to be coughing when he's out here. What do you guys do? Do you get on the ship? There's no sign of H.U.M.A.N run. Someone saw him going into... It wasn't clear which was the girl or boy dormitory. In the middle of the night, he went out of one dormitory and he went into the other dormitory. Apparently he decided that he was in the wrong dormitory. But there's no sign of him.
But he's sneaking out into the girls' dormitory.
Yeah.
Already? Even if there's no girls there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now's the best time, honestly. Otherwise...
I think we should find him. That sounds very important, but also find out where the smell comes from.
Where the smell comes from? The smell comes from the under glacier sulfuric sea.
It smells like sausage and eggs.
Ah, the sausage and egg smell. Yeah, that smell.
Yes.
Sure. Trakyy, you promptly identify that the kitchen entrance connects to the hangar. There's a service entrance, and as you elbow your way in, two ancient solitary droids, one in each corner, appear to be harvesting some kind of mushroom culture. There's like plates of it. It is this sulfuric mushroom organism. It's very slimy. It's very greasy. It looks very protein rich. And on either side of the kitchen, like the kitchen is divided. One part of the kitchen is precisely to cook these mushrooms, and the other side of the kitchen appears to be for homegrown produce. So there's obviously no homegrown produce. So the homegrown chef droid doesn't do anything. But the mushroom chef droid, he's cooking up a storm. He's cooking these mushrooms and injecting them with different, chemical things. And yeah, there's like a stack of mushrooms that have the texture and color of little tiny burst meal things, and the other is like shaped like toast and has the color of toast and smells like toast, but it's obviously all mushrooms. It's some kind of mushroom based homegrown thing. Are you gonna try the food?
Yes. Trakyy's gonna approach and ask the droid who's cooking, which one are the eggs? Hi, by the way.
The droid looks at you and he appears to tremble all over, and he says, This is a sanitary zone. You're not supposed to be here. You come from the outside. You carry all manner of diseases. Arrive at the common room.
Don't have to worry about me.
What was that?
I'm a very clean bird. You have no have to worry about me.
He pulls out a data pad and he shows you. This is a sterile area. This is a kitchen area. This is where the food for the entire academy is prepared. You're not allowed to be here. Leave at once. And he...
Oh, okay. I'll go back.
Breakfast begins at 6:30. And lasts until 7:30. If you want breakfast, go to the common room and wait your turn to be served. So you leave. You go on back, and the other droid, he stops you, and he's like, he says, CV can barely hear. If you approach from behind, you can help yourself to any food you want. If you're quickly in and out, he will not notice you. Take what you need, Padawan.
Do you know which one is supposed to be the egg? I have never had egg before.
Why is the bird wanting to try egg?
He says, sure.
The only chance we have to try an egg that's not an egg.
He says, sure, it's that one. And he points out, there's like only 3 things that were cooked, like toast, sausages, and eggs.
Oh, great. And Trakyy is going to, instead of approaching, he would try to yank one of them with the force.
Yeah, the droids don't say anything. He's just, help yourself. Just, the other guy's deaf. He's not going to hear you. And yeah, you use the force to yank some. No check required. It's a piece of egg.
Thanks, man. Trakyy is going to pat the droid in the back, and he's going to eat his mushroom egg, and he's leaving. Happy and weirded out because it doesn't actually taste that good. Why do people eat it?
It does taste fine. Although, you're a bird, so, you tell me if eggs taste good to you.
They do not.
What to do, the rest of you guys do.
If I don't see Jedi walking up to their Jedi master or someone, I would approach to him and I will ask H.U.M.A.N to bring data that we recovered from the like conservatory on the place. I think Human has it.
Yeah, I think so.
Sure. You approach. You and Human approach Master Salazar holding the little thumb drive. And he does a little, he does a little half snore thing. He's that's the Tython Conservatory archive data. Excellent, excellent.
It
I
is indeed.
I believe the bounty I offered was 40,000 credits.
Well, I must
Wasn't
say
50,
that
no?
there were some complications there, and we can negotiate the price further. And I would like to use my feature.
Yes. Do you have enough inspirations to
I
use your
have
feature?
2 inspirations out of 2, so I would like
He
to
says.
spend one.
Cool. Yes, you instantly get a natural 20. You take 20.
Yes.
He says, yes, I remember you. You, of course, drive a hardware. The problem with credits is I only have a limited amount, so I don't have enough liquidity to pay you more. But I was going to offer you to pay you half, and also use the other half to simulate the synth weaving and light weapon crafting capabilities of the base. So while you were away adventuring, H.U.M.A.N and I can craft you better equipment. And that would have increased your Ilum Academy reputation from 1 to 2. And he says, so in lieu of me not being able to give you any more, because this is an academy, we don't have any. We have liquid money, but we don't have any sources of money. So what we have now is what we're gonna have forever. I am prepared to offer you both the 40,000 credits and the level 2.
Very well. Yes, of course. And I will give a note to Jedi people that they can go and buy some equipment here, I guess.
Yes.
Salazar is a stinky money with money.
Reinvest the money to him. Lumiya will assume. I will assume that Lumiya knows better than me, and she knows like if he's like. I mean, she takes 20. She knows her stuff here.
Yeah. He drives a hard bargain. This guy's not a fool, especially when it comes to money. He's a fine example of his hut species when it comes to negotiating. But you got the better of him. Yeah. So if you go to the master handout, inside is the master equipment list, and the master equipment list, you now under Ilum Academy have access to level 2 stuff, so you can buy uncommon stuff. Now in roleplay, it's Salazar and H.U.M.A.N crafting this stuff for you guys between adventures, but I realize, like in mechanics, you can just have stuff. Like it happens automatically. You send word in advance. I'm gonna come in 3 days. I need this piece of equipment, and Salazar is gonna ensure that it's crafted until then. So it's a normal shop basically. Treat it as if he has everything in stock. But in roleplay, in reality, you're giving him some advance notice.
Yeah, when I was searching that thing, I did not found the ropes, like the one that give you like +1 AC. Is it like, do you need to use modifications there to do that? Or like, how does it work?
Jedi robes are not armor.
Yeah.
Jedi robes are a clothing chassis. And clothing chassis can be anything from a shirt to a jacket to a Jedi robe. In essence, it's just a robe.
Yeah, but like, is there clothes modifications that give you AC?
I don't believe so. No. But I will let the Jedi have an armor item that is a robe. Like you can reskin armor items to be robes, and that way they're armored robes, as they are in KOTOR and SW5E.
All right, not my problem anyway. They should figure this out.
Yeah, if you want to. Um, and yeah, you do this, Master Salazar. He takes the
And
thumb drive.
obviously, Lumiya copied the data to her, to
Sure.
her computer as well.
Sure, yeah. It requires special Jedi tech though, so only Jedi would be interested.
Well, okay, then let's we'll trace it and say that while we were flying, I would approach Penn or Trakyy and say, hey, we gotta copy this, and depending on if they agree or not, it's there or it is not.
Yeah, sure. Just here, this button. There you go. Then we wait. Oh, 3 hours.
The progress bar keeps going up, but the time elapsed or the time until completion also keeps going up. No, yeah,
Amazing.
sure. You have you can make note, Lumiya. Maybe either in the
Okay.
ship or in your own thing that you have a copy of this data. At about 15 to
Fascinating.
7, Master Salazar says on the PDA, he says breakfast in the academy is from 6:30 to 7:30. And then because there's like 5 rooms in total, like this level is not particularly large. He doesn't need to use the PDA. He just say something and everyone will hear him. And he says, we're about to have lessons, so have breakfast and fuck off. And he saunters into the common room where breakfast is probably being served. And then he pokes his head out and he says, the kid is probably still asleep, someone go in and wake him up. And then he pokes his head out again and he says, someone mail. And
I'll go
back
and
in.
wake him up.
Tell him that the eggs are awful.
Yeah, sure. I'll be sure to mention that important tidbit.
Thank you.
The ghostly winding halls of the boy dormitory. There's a lot of instruments of boy sports and meadows and sports stuff. All of the rooms are open. Pretty much only one of them is casting a ghostly light out into the dark corridor, because all of this is underground. And you hover kind of in the door frame. K1 is already awake. The old dormitories have a panoramic window that looks out at the sea thing. And he's just sitting there, with his back towards you, and his arms are crossed behind his back, and he's just looking out the window. He's dressed, he's up, and there's a little bed. He's made the bed. He's lied in the bed, but he has never put a blanket on. He's not slept at all. He's just lying there, and now he's up and he's looking out the window. He doesn't seem to notice you.
I kind of politely knock on the door frame.
He jumps a little bit and he turns around. Penn.
Hey kid. Yeah, it's first day of school, I guess. Master told me to come and get you.
He opens a little desk. There's a data pad inside, and there's actually paper and ink, and there's a data pad. There's textbooks and stuff, and there's a student console. 4 boys are meant to live in this room, so there are 4 consoles, and he's lit 2 of them. And one of them is create student registration, but the other one appears to be done. And he's like, yeah. He's like, lessons start at 7:30. I have I'm not really hungry, so I have
You need to have some breakfast, kid. It's gonna be a long day.
He takes out a burlap sack. He puts the data pad in. He puts whatever stuff he needs for school. And Dooley, like a soldier, someone's told him that he's meant to be great, so there is no other reason to be anything else. And like a soldier, he puts he swings his little bag behind his back, and he, almost as if he's in a barracks, he marches on out past you, and he's like, "Are you gonna have breakfast, or are you gonna And he rolls his
Yeah, I'll
eyes
have
downward.
some.
He doesn't want you guys to go. But of course he's not gonna say anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some breakfast. I heard the eggs are pretty bad, so might skip those.
He says, "What eggs? This is a ice cave."
That's a good point. I don't know where they got the eggs.
Yeah. Oh, is it those
That's
those
even more
lizard
reason not
creatures?
to eat them. I could try lizard eggs. Why not? I've eaten worse things. Absolutely.
He shivers, and you walk down the ghostly winding corridor.
Before we get to the out of the dormitory, I'll turn around and awkwardly stand there for a second and then say, kid, I know fate and destiny and all that stuff, but if things ever get bad here or anything happens, you can find a way to contact us and try to help. You know that, right?
Thanks for saying that. I've already established a secure channel bypassing the central relay to your ship. I can talk to your communication computer as long as you're not in hyperspace. So that's literally what I was doing all night. If that guy ends up being as crazy as I think he is, and I need you to come get me, I will let whoever's on your comms know. And you can call me at any time. And he says it's already in your my contact is already in your computer.
That's good. Who taught you all that stuff?
Trakyy was the watchman for the Tython system. And he says Jedi watchmen are they're like Jedi police. They are trained in a lot of practical skills.
I mean, that's good. You're gonna need that out in the real world, I guess.
He says, "Nah, I'm mostly gonna be a diplomat. My usefulness to this quest extends to me passing the Sarisu on to the new students. Otherwise, I'm gonna be horribly unremarkable."
Well, destiny or no, I think you're gonna do at doing.
I will. And he smiles knowingly. And
I'll just
yeah.
nod and turn back around and start walking.
And as you reach the door, before you open the door, he says, "And thanks for getting me off Tython."
Yeah, I guess thank destiny, but you're welcome.
And destiny or not, it's you that. Whatever. And he pushes the door open. And Salazar is there, most of the party is there.
Then I'll have some breakfast.
He's offhand, he says, "Good morning, Master Salazar," but he doesn't, without any feeling. And Salazar just grumbles. He doesn't say anything. And yeah, the pair of them kind of pitter patter into the common room where the food is being served. Does anyone have breakfast?
Yeah, me.
All right.
Of course,
Yeah.
free breakfast, of course.
Yeah,
Is it
exactly.
continental breakfast or?
Sausages, eggs, and bread. And
Certainly breakfast in some sort of continent.
sure. You can have inspiration. The food is actually very good, even though it's all mushrooms.
Right.
Ancient technology. This base has enough life support to support 100 or 200 students almost indefinitely. As long as the 4 generators work, and at least 3 of them work, as long as the 4 generators work, 1 generator equals 50 students. The 2 cook droids, there's probably engineering droids. Like this facility, this is nothing short of exactly what was advertised. It's a hidden Jedi Academy with a built-in master who was on ice. There's only one Jedi cunning enough to arrange for such a thing to exist. And that is, of course, the Grand Master himself.
No, wait. Does it mean that Salazar is a Grandmaster now?
Not only that, Salazar was at some point Yoda's master. He keeps referring to Yoda as the boy.
And
bit
I'm so
old.
worried. I am so worried.
Despite his very gruff exterior, there seems to be some kind of instant respect between H.U.M.A.N and Salazar. And Salazar asks him in earnest about Ikon Takaran, his old master. H.U.M.A.N dutifully replies, and he kind of outlines what it is that he's been taught. And, he can't he can read, but he almost can't write. Like he can pick locks, he can write code, but he can't write words. And they never for a second talk about lightsaber stuff. And before, you kind of eat, and Master Salazar is like, I will prepare the lessons. You should accost Trakyy to return to you your lightsaber. Even though this is about as safe a place as there is in the galaxy for you, the future Surisu master should have his lightsaber. And H.U.M.A.N smiles and he looks at Trakyy and he says, I don't need it. It's the one thing I don't need training in. And Salazar says, suit yourself. My advice is take your lightsaber back. He looks at the rest of the party and he says, the first period is like in 11:25 or something, like 5 hours. If you want to talk to me, wait for the first period to end. And he goes away. Very matter of fact, very business. No pretense, no blowouts, no. H.U.M.A.N, puts some toast in his pocket. And he's like, I'll see you when I see you.
Yeah, see ya, kid.
Trakyy is gonna run after him.
Yeah.
We're gonna put his hand on his shoulder, and Trakyy is gonna pass him the lightsaber.
It's a turning point in the Force as you return to him his lightsaber. You get a feeling that you will never be able to hold it again as you give him his lightsaber. There's something in the Force, some comma or dot, or even, delimiter that announces to the Force at large that you have returned his lightsaber. And that will be the end of that saga. He takes the lightsaber and he's like, are you sure? And he kind of waves it like as if it's like a fork. And he's like, are you sure? I don't need it now.
Yeah, I know you don't need it now, but he looks at Salazar, then back at him. Maybe you're gonna need it in the future. Better to be safe.
We will be back, right? When you bring the next student?
Oh, yeah, we will be back. But while we are away, it will keep you safe from him.
He says, bring food. Like these mushrooms, I don't care what they taste like. It's gonna get bad pretty soon. Like bring food.
No, you didn't have the egg, did you?
He almost didn't eat. He's like, no, it tastes like food, but I know it's not food.
I know that egg wasn't food. It was even worse than the rations. But
it seems to dawn on him, and he's like, wait, weren't you an egg? What does that make you?
that makes me a Padawan.
Damn it. He says, how old are you?
Does cryogen sleep work?
He shrugs and he says, I haven't been.
Well, I have. It sucks. You might wake up and find out that the entire reason for your existence doesn't exist anymore. So that's not great. But I was almost there at the final trials. Very close to being a knight.
He says, well, given my proficiency as Surisu, I technically would have been in a higher class than you. even though you're probably older.
Considering how well you write,
Ah, yes. Perhaps I
you know there's a
remedial
written
classes.
exam to become a Padawan, right?
He says, "Oh shit, is he gonna make me do that?" And Master Salazar from elsewhere in the compound says, "Yes, you have 9 months to prepare." And he's like, "Shit, how am I gonna learn to write in 9 months?"
You can do it. It's not that easy. It's not that hard. It's actually pretty easy. The hard thing is gripping the pencil. It's not meant for. Oh no, it's meant for your hand. Yeah, you're gonna have a busy time. If you want a tip, he's gonna lean in close and whisper in the boy's ear. The ice is very fragile. Have a wonderful, wonderful adventure. We'll be back with nice food.
The fuck?
He blinks, yeah. He says, "Well, yeah. I'm happy it was you that were fated to rescue me and not someone else. Rescue." And he kind of looks around and he says, "Condemn. I'm happy it's you and not someone else." And then the bell rings, and he's like, "Do you know what? He's gonna be super smart. He's gonna be super pissed if I'm late." And he patters off.
See you.
Time to fly away.
Time to fly away. So what do you guys think about the sausage? Was the sausage any good?
It's not the worst thing I've ever eaten.
I mean, it's a food. I mean, it's free. You know,
Semi-edible, yeah.
that's very good
But, you
when you
know,
don't need to pay
what do
for
I
food.
know?
Well, maybe it's for the best that you don't take it. Sometimes it's not good.
What is it the worst thing you have ever had, Ben?
You don't want to know, bird.
There was this. Never mind. No.
Lived on the streets for a while, so
Well, until I had this egg, for me it was that stupid pudding they had on the rations. That thing sucked.
yeah, I would rather go back to eating garbage.
But the egg was worse. It was bitter, and the texture was just.
I
Really,
feel like
I
it
don't
was
want to think
a
about it.
good bitter.
Okay, so where are we going now?
Narshada, right?
Where is it? I don't remember the map.
It's like down there.
Oh,
Down there?
It's like
the terminus systems, I
it's
guess.
like
no?
it's like somewhere there.
It is in hut space
Somewhere here.
on the right.
Oh, it's
Is
in
it?
that- That's terminus space again.
Narshada
Never
is
mind.
right here.
Oh yeah, it's like
Isn't
one
that-
of their main.
Are we supposed to go there?
I mean, we can.
The next student has not yet revealed his presence to you. You've only had snippets of what world he is on. Not even enough to be called a dream or even a nightmare. A pretty similar methane-y, sulfury smell. Ancient precipitous crags and a red sky. But there's like 50 worlds he could be on. And of course his eyes. Bright orange. Strong and angry.
It's not a good combination for a Jedi. Maybe we just. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So a hut space. That sounds very good right now. Let's go there.
We need to upgrade our ship, considering that we have money now. I mean, if you, of course, don't want to upgrade your equipment, I don't know your Jedi stuff here.
I have a sword and I have place to sleep. What else could a Jedi ask for?
Light
like
sword, yeah, that's
like
about it
sonic
they need, right?
sonic grenades, for example, are very useful. You can throw them to, when you cannot eliminate a lot of opponents. You can buy a nade here, I guess. But
Remember
anyway,
the giant dragon things? Grenades did help.
true,
Yeah.
true. But like, do you need like your thingy, your lightsaber? Is it like one thing? I thought I saw some things you were meddling with it, so I assume you can modify it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah,
do you
we
want
don't
to?
read Jedi Weekly. You need to tell us this stuff.
Yeah, I was looking at maybe the like a new lens to make it more accurate. I've been missing a lot.
Aha!
Right. Well,
Yeah, I'll let you buy that stuff instantly from
okay.
the Ilum Academy, even
Yeah.
though, obviously.
Let's just say they bolted and we,
Yeah. I think it
He
also
had
is
one lying
dueling
around.
lens is what I'm looking for, but I'm open to
Yeah.
suggestions that
Alright.
would be better.
Let me take cargo. So we add 40,000 credits. We have 68 now. And I guess we're gonna sell it on the other things that we have on the hut space.
You should sell the superfluous Jedi equipment for 50% of the price. Salazar's gonna buy everything.
Okay, well, do we have any Jedi stuff that we need to sell? Does anyone have it in their equipment?
Let me check.
They looted a bunch of stuff.
I
Yeah.
have
I have a
light
bunch of
on and a
modifications.
lightsaber I can get rid of.
Right, Penn. Inventory.
I have that extra lightsaber. I have the claymore.
Shit. That's a lot.
I have a bunch of stuff.
Do we need the claymore? Maybe we want to keep it. Maybe?
I mean, that's up to you.
None of
Now
you
it's like-
use strength, so.
Excuse you.
Oh,
I
are you
believe-
proficient in light weapons?
I can
Would you
pretend
like
be.
to have? Would
Actually,
you like
he
to
is
have the claymore?
proficient
Yes.
in light weapons. He's a
Really?
fighter.
Holy shit.
Do you want a claymore? It's very easy to use.
No,
Press
a
this
fighter
button.
is not.
and you hit with
Fighter
it.
is not supposed to be.
No.
proficient at the-
Yeah, I'm looking weapons, all blasters, all vibro
Simple
weapons.
vibro weapons, martial blasters,
Oh,
martial
wow.
vibro weapons. Yeah,
Okay,
no
cool.
fluid light weapons.
Excellent. It
He will
seems
cut
that
off
the
his
game-
own hand.
I tell you,
Absolutely.
it's
Yeah.
look. It is very easy to use, right? It's just a little bit unbalanced, and if you miss, you are going to kill yourself for sure.
Sounds
But
delicious
because
and
there's
won't
so
do
much
it.
food,
No need.
Skill issue.
Yeah, no thanks.
all of these items that you have, all of these modifications, Penn, these are all light weapon and focus generator modifications.
Yeah.
And even though you use your weapon with both hands, you can still have a focus
can.
generator, which is basically a spell focus. These are things that take stuff that buffs your spell powers.
No, I don't think you can. You need to hold it.
No,
Oh.
actually, the
No?
focus generator you don't, because as I explained last time, focus generators are something that came out of the because they are in Star Wars the Old Republic game, and you just have them and you don't need to. You just have to have them equipped.
Yeah,
You
it can
don't
be.
need to.
Oh.
It can essentially be like one of the backkeeper, but it's also like a spell focus. It can be an amulet, right? So that's where
Yeah,
the
so sort of
mechanic
like
comes from.
That's
Yeah.
good to know because I also thought that wasn't possible.
It's
I
obviously
have
like
a focus generator chassis, so I can.
Yeah, because it's literally they don't explain it in the rules, but if you know the game, you know it doesn't. You don't need it in your hand to use it.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, because
I'll look at
otherwise,
it.
then why is it there for also people that have two lightsabers with they have to hold in two hands? Doesn't make sense.
It says that it's a handheld object. Let me see if I can find some
Yeah,
rules for it.
yeah, but it shouldn't be.
Actually,
Yes. Human.
no,
It doesn't come up under equipment.
Because it's not an equipment thing, it's a magical equipment.
Yeah. It is in enhanced items, probably, right? What about here? Generator. Why is it not an equipment? That's so daft.
You know, it is in the adventuring gear, but it says focus generator handheld, which is not. It's not supposed to be handheld.
it's such a funny joke, and now it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. I was wondering why no one was laughing. It was a great joke.
You're too far away from your microphone. Maybe it didn't register.
No, it switched to a controller for some reason.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure I've seen it before. I've even linked it in chat before.
All right, let's just, I guess, we'll check this thing later, maybe?
It depends on whether or not Penn wants to sell it or not, or even buy stuff.
Well, I mean, I guess he can just sell it and buy it, like, you know,
Sure.
say that he did it.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm pretty sure I linked it somewhere in Discord too. Is it not in handouts?
You linked to what?
The focus generator stuff.
What about?
We had this conversation before, and I sent a screenshot. Focus.
Yeah, I mean, like
Whatever, I can find
it says that it's like held in hand, but it doesn't actually says that you need a hand to wield it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you don't need a
Yeah.
hand. You don't need a free hand to wield the Pact of the Rod, the Rod of the Pact Keeper, or the Wand of the War Mage. You don't actually need to wield that. It can be
Yeah,
in
exactly.
in your pocket, and you still gain the benefits.
Along that you are attuned to it, and
Yeah, exactly.
sense.
It's the attunement. Yeah, it's the attunement that you pay. Cool. So all of these are minor items, Penn, of the standard quality, and I will tell you how much you can sell each and every one of those for, except the chassis, which is a major item. So if you go to the handouts under
Yep.
the master handout,
Element.
within the master handout is the master equipment list.
Yeah, I got the Ilum Academy part open.
Actually don't, yeah. So the Jedi scrap crafting. Minor items. A standard minor item costs 200 credits, so it'll sell for half that. So each and every one of those you can sell for 100 credits, except for the chassis, the focus generator chassis.
Yeah.
That you can sell for 500 because it costs
Yeah.
1,000.
I'm
And
gonna
then-
keep it, I think.
The armor chassis as well, he will buy. You have two standard ones, you should sell those.
Yeah.
He will take those.
Those are also 500, I guess.
Yes. And then burning cell, gloom cell, ventilation stabilizer, all that crap. That's all 100 gold.
Right.
And I believe, Mr. Trakyy, you also have a few in your inventory. So the same goes for you. Brawny pattern, burning cell, magnetized shield. Those things you can sell.
Does a premium armor chassis sell for?
The premium armor chassis would sell for 2.5k credits. And that is under reference where it says table 1 purchasing magical items.
Okay.
Or rather, purchasing major items. Major items, minor items, and consumables. Yeah, those take a little bit of getting used to. But I've made tables for each individual item based on the rarity and if they're major. Or the rarity and the if they're major or minor. Okay. Lumiya, do you want to stop somewhere to refuel, or are you gonna do all this
Yes.
on Narshada?
Yes, first of all, I would like to, considering Lumiya knowledge, like where would be the best place to buy the 0.05 warp drive?
Do you have any contacts anywhere?
I don't think I did that. I can start working on it though.
I'm gonna say Karelia. Even though it's in the core world, it's so incredibly large that you may not even need to land. You can
Alright,
probably do it
then-
out in space. There are space forges that make
Then
ships.
then if she thinks that that's safe, then yes, let's go there and we'll refuel and change the hyperdrive there
Alright.
as well.
From the expansion from the unknown regions to the core worlds. That is in the other handout. Handouts, cheat sheet. Cheat sheet for starship stuff. Unknown region 2. 4. 144 hours. Divided by
Not too bad.
24. 144 hours divided by 24. 6 days. So you had 7 days on coming here and 6 days going back. So that's 13 days. I'm gonna give you 10 downtime activities each. We're gonna turn YouTube off, and we're gonna have like 10 minutes for the players to think, and then we'll do another. Then we'll start the next episode. Like extended break. Go have coffee and think about what you're gonna do with 10 downtime activities.
Oh no.
YouTube.
Jeez.
I'll see you.